Welcome. It is Thursday night. Get that right. Which means it's time for the TYCAST, the video game podcast. This is episode number 9. We have a great show for you this evening. We're doing it live for the first time on YouTube and Twitch, simulcasting the episode. And so if you're listening, you can watch it live every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to introduce my panel this week. So we got Russ at Cryosneasel. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How about you?
Doing great. I'm so happy it's Thursday right now. Max, Minato Max, what are you up to, man?
I'm doing absolutely awesome. The graduation stuff is finally over. I can finally be not stressing out anymore. I feel completely free right now. So,
That's awesome. Congratulations on the graduation. I know we were
Thank
talking
you.
about it last week. I'm glad you made it happen. Nettie at Nettie Dorco, how you doing?
Good. I'm great. Just a lot of side projects, but I've been pretty good. I've been
Yeah.
keeping myself occupied.
Yeah, for sure. How was your Dead by Daylight tournament?
Oh my God, it turned out amazing. I didn't really expect to have that many people there, but to see that it's successful, I'm planning to actually continue my Dead by Daylight tournament series. So I think I'm planning to host it maybe twice a year now instead of just once a year, and I'm just making a huge improvements. I just made a website. There's a lot going into it right now.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I was popping in and out of it, and it looked like there was just tons of excitement and energy, and everyone was just I saw everyone rooting and for all the different teams and stuff. I was like, it's
Yeah,
really
I'm
cool to see all that.
happy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very glad.
That's amazing. Chris at Toaster Dog, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, of course. So let's get straight into it with the agenda. First up, we're going to talk about what everyone has been playing this week. That's usually the first on our list of things to talk about. But also, I always forget to throw this in. I want to talk about if you picked up any games this week too. Even if you haven't played them, if you picked anything up. So, Russ, what have you been playing? What have you picked up?
I haven't played that much this week. I've been still going through Resident Evil 8, and I have been playing Overwatch since the anniversary event started on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I really haven't been playing too much. I haven't picked up anything. I pre-ordered Scarlet Nexus this week, but that's not coming until next month, so
Sure.
I've got time to play that.
How far are you into RE8?
I think I'm one sitting left.
Oh, nice. When do you usually stream that? Do you have a set schedule?
It's not really. It's usually Monday and Tuesday nights.
Oh, yeah.
Any other night if I feel like it.
Yeah, definitely. How are you enjoying Village?
I'm really liking it.
Really? How's it compared to RE4? I know there's a lot of comparisons drawn to it.
It's definitely similar. It feels like a new version of 4.
Sure.
I think that's my favorite one I've played so far.
Nice. That's
But
awesome. I've heard great things. I'm too terrified to play any Resident Evil game, at least by myself.
That's why I'm streaming it.
Is it less scary to stream it rather than just play it?
Yeah. It feels like there's people there playing with me.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's good to know. I don't know. I feel like I would get more tense. I just remember the clip that you posted of you screaming down the hallway. It was amazing. I think, Chris, you were the one that clipped that, right? We were both watching his stream. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Max, what have you been playing in pickups?
So I got a lot of gaming pickups. I got a lot, only 2. I picked up Lego Harry Potter. Now,
yeah.
This might be a weird game for people, but I feel like this was one of the last good Lego games out there. And I've been waiting for the right price with this game. I had a GameStop coupon where I can get one game off, 20% off. So This was already a good price. I got it for 22 plus the 20% off. So I picked that up. And then a friend of mine for graduation got me Returnal for the PlayStation 5.
Nice.
So I've been playing a lot of that. This is actually what I mostly played this week. This game, so I'm not much of a roguelike gamer. I've only played 2 games in rogue games. Hades, Returnal. So what I'm about to say with Returnal might sound not unique at all, but I feel like this game is incredibly unique. But that's probably why, because the only reason why is probably because I haven't played many rogue games.
Sure.
But the story recognizes that it's a rogue game, which I think is really cool. Because throughout the story, you'll find dead bodies of yourself, which I think is.
Oh, yeah.
And they make it a part of the story, and then your character is like freaked out about it. It's pretty unique. This game, it's hard, but I feel like once you get through a couple runs, it gets really easy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is very annoying is its save files. You don't know if your game's saved or not. There's no like true saving in the game. Like when you get a permanent upgrade, they say the game saves then. When you beat a boss, they say the game saves. But there's so much confusion. Like there's apparently a way to do like save points, but they're not save points. So the whole game saving mechanic is completely confusing. One thing I thought was funny story. It'll be funny for you guys, but it wasn't funny for me. I was playing the game. I was on the first boss. I'm about to beat the boss. Guess what happens? My power goes out.
Oh no.
And the game has no save. The game. So I had to do a completely new run.
Oh,
New run of the game because of this game's saving feature. It's absolutely awful and so confusing. I've heard there's talks that they might actually be adding saving into the game because this is like one of the many complaints of the game. But overall, it's a really fun game. I know the question is it worth 70? Me, I feel like it was worth 70 because I'm 10 hours in. I still haven't beat the second boss. So I don't know if that answers anyone's questions about the game. But I played Doom Eternal, not much, but it was mostly Returnal that I played this week.
Nice, man. Sounds like you got a decent amount of gaming in, and I think because Returnal is like the first like AAA roguelike, and so it's very unique in that aspect. Is at least what I've been hearing. But the difficulty thing I struggle with because I'm not very good at video games. It turns out, and so I like horror games and really hard games are like my 2 weaknesses with video games. So. Nettie, what have you been playing and pick up?
First of all, I might pick up Returnal after he talked about it because it kind of reminds me of Neo because I've been working on Neo with my husband.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny because we've been playing Neo for the past, like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks now. And we beat like 10 bosses together. And like, oh my gosh, so I think we're almost done with the game. I looked it up online. We have like 25 more bosses left. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing it anytime soon. But what I am working on is the Pedestrian. It's like this little side scroller, like puzzle like game. It's really cool. The animation's like beautiful. And there's also Don't Starve Together. And my goal in Don't Starve Together, and I don't know if you guys have ever tried it before, it's a multiplayer game, but it's like so difficult. You pretty much last through seasons, and the longer you live, each and every day gets harder and harder. Okay. So like, the furthest I've ever really survived was up to spring, and I'm so afraid to just like log back in because I feel like once I log back in, I'll die the very next day. I'm just gonna have to start all over and fall again. But I don't know. It's this little like grind, and maybe it's just me loving difficult games, but I feel like I need to conquer it. Like I feel like I need to live at least a year, and then I'll be done with that game. But games that I picked up. I picked up Before Your Eyes, Buddy Simulator 1984, or Simulator 1984, and Deer Simulator. Just a whole bunch of simulators.
A lot of simulators.
It was on sale. Yeah, it was on sale on Steam, and it was like $5.
You're the master of picking up like obscure, like quirky games on Steam, like on deep discount. You have to update us either next week or next time you're on on those games that you picked up. I'm always curious. And are you and Sally doing the stream this weekend?
Yeah,
You
we
guys were
are
talking
doing
about
this stream this
awesome.
weekend. We're going to be doing, well, I'm having her do Phasmophobia because it's her first time playing it. And I
Nice.
feel like capturing someone's reactions to playing Phasmophobia for the first time is the most hilarious thing because my friends did the same thing to me. So I'm going to do the same thing to her, passing it on, domino effect.
Yeah.
So we're doing Phasmophobia and Hand Simulator on Saturday. That's typically when I do my platformer and indie games on Saturdays, and then usually my Wednesdays and Fridays are just casual, like Valorant, Dead by Daylight games.
Nice.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Sounds like a good weekend coming up. Chris, Toaster Dog, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Lego City Undercover on Switch with my daughter.
Nice.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah. The driving is a little stiff, I would say. Like I'm a guy that plays Grand Theft Auto for the driving and Watch Dogs for the driving, so not too terribly pleased with the driving, but and of course I've been playing way too much Rocket League.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't have any new pickups this week, but I did order some things, so maybe next week.
Are you gonna save it for next week for your pickup? Okay, sounds good. So I did a little stop, and I picked up Hades, which I've been streaming. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys or if it's just for me. And then I also finally got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though I have it on the Wii U with all the DLC. I decided to pick it up because it was on sale. And then the one that seemed to get the most attention is the Guacamelee 1-2 Punch collection for Switch. It's Guacamelee 1 and 2 with the soundtrack and DLC for both games and a poster. I got this on sale at Best Buy for $23.99, and so those are the pickups. I've been playing a lot of Hades. This was like 2 days ago, so I streamed Hades yesterday, and then other than that, I've been playing Katana Zero. Fun fact: last weekend I was streaming Katana Zero, and I thought I had at least like 2 or 3 more sittings. Like I thought I was getting close to halfway, and then I died. Then the credits rolled, and I wasn't really paying attention because I think I was talking to the stream and stuff, and I was going into this narrative part, and one of the options was just like, oh, you're gonna to kill them, and I went to kill them, and then I died, and then the credits rolled, and I was like, okay, I guess I beat it. And then Nettie, I know you told me like, no, wait, you're supposed to live at that part. And so I went back after, because I ended up streaming a couple more games, and I went back, and for some reason there was just this one path where it didn't allow you to make the choice whether to live or die, and you just died. And so I was all confused, but I still have like 5 more tapes of that game, and so I'm going to stream that this weekend probably, and knock that out because I really enjoy streaming that game and playing that game. And that's it.
Did you like Hades?
I love Hades. I'm having a blast with it. It's one of those. It's one of those like just one more run. I can do just one more run. And then it draws out. And I think I did 3 runs in like a little over an hour yesterday. And I'm getting the hang of the different weapons and stuff. So it's a great game. I love all the voice acting and the animations and the combat. It feels so satisfying when you connect with different things and have them blow up, and getting all the power-ups in every run and stuff. It's just awesome. Let's move on to the news. So we actually have weirdly a lot of news this week. That's not the right screen. Mass Effect. We got music. I don't want music. Mass Effect Legendary Edition released this week. Did anyone pick that up?
Nope.
Did anyone play the originals?
Nope.
We're not.
I have one game, but it's co-op, and I'm just kind of waiting on my husband to want to sit down and play.
Wait, for Mass Effect? Is it?
Yeah, I think they have one. I think it was Mass Effect Andromeda or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one had the co-op.
Yeah, I heard that one was not one of the stronger Mass Effect
Yeah,
ones. Everyone swears by Mass Effect 2. And so I don't know. It seemed like this dominated the news for like 3 or 4 days ago when it released, and everyone's this is BioWare's like comeback, even though it's just re-releasing basically the same games from 12 years ago or whatever, 12 to 6 years ago. And so and now there's the new Mass Effect coming out, I think in 2022. But yeah, I'm actually surprised. I thought I was going to be the only one that didn't dive into this series. So that makes it easy. After that, we have Starfield is going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC. There were rumors that that Microsoft was going to try to put on PS5 too, but it looks like that was shut down. There's not a whole lot about this game, and then it came out that it's going to be not come out until like late 2022, which I don't know. There's not a whole lot of games coming out on Xbox in the next year besides Halo, so I'm curious. But what? I don't know. I know nothing about this game either. So, is anyone like super pumped? Has anyone been watching the Starfield news at all? Does anyone
looking at it now? It looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of it.
I don't know. It's one of those hot button items for like console war people because of it's the new big Bethesda RPG that's space themed. So and there were questions whether it was going to be on PS5 too, since Microsoft's been a little looser with how they put out games on cross platform. So this next news item is kind of fun. So in a earnings call, Sega said that they're working on a new first-person shooter from Creative Assembly. They're working on remaking or re-releasing a bunch of older dormant IP, and they reference Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi and what's the Panzer Dragoon and House of the Dead. But then also they said that they are working on a quote super game to be released sometime between now and 2026. And so I've kept hearing all the speculation about what is a super game because no one's ever heard of that term before. And so I have my own speculation that I think and it's supposed to be completely new IP, but I think actually, does anyone have any predictions of what this could possibly be before I say it?
I don't know. I feel like it's like along the lines of like Super Smash Brothers in a way, because for them to mix, Taxi Driver and Jet Set Radio.
They didn't say that. That was separate. Uh-huh. This is just something they said it's a new IP, but that also they said that it's not going to make money initially. It's going to be a long play that's going to take maybe several years before it starts making significant money.
Yeah.
And so
but 5 years, oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's very long development time, but their goal is to have it for fiscal 2026. And so Max, what were you going to say?
I'm kind of with Nettie here. I think it's going to be some sort of mega crossover game.
Yeah.
It'll be titled something so they can call it a new IP. Kind of like how Super Smash Bros. Is an IP with other characters into it.
So
I don't know.
Any other thoughts before I have my prediction?
My uncle. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, it kind of sounds like it might be like an MMO or something. If they're going to say that it's going to take a long time to make money, maybe it's like a free-to-play MMO type thing with microtransactions. I hope not, but
Oh my gosh, another one of those. No.
a whole new was it Phantasy Star Online? Well, that's not really MMO. That's more like online RPG.
Yeah, I think Cryo. I think is maybe spot on with that free to play guess. Yeah, a crossover is a really good guess. I would say. I don't know if it'll be a fighting game, but it's still a good guess regardless. I think.
I think they want to make a Fortnite. I think they want to make something
Really?
that's free to play. That's like the metaverse that they can pull. I think that's their end game. They want to do a free to play, whether it's a battle royale or something adjacent to that. I think they want to create a world that involves all of their IP, and I think you're right with like it not being called anything could be technically like Fortnite is its own IP, but it pulls in everything. I think that's what they're trying to. I haven't heard anyone say that when in all the analysis that I was listening and reading and everything this week. Everyone's like, "What are they trying to do?" They're speculating that it's like an actual first-person shooter game or something. Like I don't know, but I don't know. I thought that's interesting. I'm always intrigued with what Sega is up to. They're going to be at E3 too, and there's speculation of a new Sonic game being announced, which could be fun. So,
Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors.
Yeah, the remasters probably.
You think that's what it's going to be?
Yeah.
I think they shut down their Sega location in Japan, right? The little arcade building that they had there. Makes me wonder if they put their money into this thing, because I mean Sega's great with animation. So I mean, for them to create something completely new that we may have possibly never heard of, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah. And then here, actually, you know what? We're gonna take a little break in the news, and we're gonna do our quiz, because I meant to do the quiz before the news, but we're last week, and we've done it a couple weeks. We have 3 more news stories, but we're gonna do a little halftime game, where it's gonna be 5 multiple choice questions, video game related. Keep your own score, because I sucked at keeping score last week, and it caused chaos. Because I'm trying to do too many things at once. And so each question's worth 1 point. The last question's worth 2 points, so that we keep the tradition alive with this. So I didn't tell you guys to write anything down, but yeah, we are going to. Oh, I didn't know there was a talk shows and podcasts setting in Twitch. I'm so new to Twitch.
I'm trying to look it up for you too. I'm like, I don't remember what the exact thing was.
Is that the command?
Yeah, it's set game, and then I just don't remember if it was like talk shows and podcasts, but I believe it's somewhere along those lines.
Did you do it in?
Yeah, there you go. Here you go.
Can you do it for me?
Let me see.
There we go. It worked. I did it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Works. Yeah, you're in the right category.
There we go. I didn't know I thought everything was just under let's chat or just chatting or whatever it is. So anyway, all right, you guys ready for question 1? You have something to submit your answers on? Okay. Question 1 of the 5-question quiz. Which gaming mechanic was not in the original prototypes for Batman Arkham Asylum? Was it A, rhythm-based mechanics, B, roguelike mechanics, or C, 2D fighting mechanics? 2 of the 3 were in original prototypes of the game. You have 5 seconds. You guys ready? Russ?
I said B.
B. Okay, roguelike. Max?
I said A.
A, rhythm. Nettie?
Jump between A and C. I say A.
A, rhythm. Chris?
I said C.
C, 2D fighting. So Rocksteady originally developed the game's combat as a full rhythm action game, and then later shifted it to 2D fighting, which involved colored circles crashing into each other during fights, but there was no roguelike mechanic in either of the original two prototypes. So the correct answer was B, roguelike. I think Rush, you were the only one that got it right?
Yeah, I almost said rhythm, but thinking about how you fight in that game, it feels like a rhythm game.
Yeah, basically, it seems like they took aspects of both of those into the final like fighting mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys ready? Question number 2. What was Lara Croft's original name? Was it A, Lara Fox, B, Laura Webb, or C, Lara Cruz?
Oh, that's fine.
We're going to go backwards this time. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chris, what do you think?
I should know this, but I don't, so I said C.
C, Laura Cruz. No looking things up in the middle of this. Nettie, what do you think?
B. I hate it because my husband plays this game. I just don't pay attention to it. So B.
Laura, what? This was just to clarify, this was before the game came out. This was like a pre-production name.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you aren't expected to know this if you've played the games. Max.
So I know nothing about this. I'm just gonna go with the funniest answer. I'm gonna go with C.
C, Laura Cruz. Russ.
I said A.
Laura Fox. Okay, so originally they were actually making a male adventure game, but it came back that it was too close to Indiana Jones, so they changed it to a South American woman named Laura Cruz, and then Core ended up wanting a more UK friendly name, so they went into the phone book and settled on the surname of Croft. But the answer is C. Lara Cruz was the original Lara Croft character. No friendo in the chat called it out while I asked the question. And no one look in the chat either.
We're trying not to cheat.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
Here, I'm gonna block it.
Question three. Assassin's Creed started as a spinoff of what game? Is it A, Tomb Raider, B, Prince of Persia, or C, God of War? We're going to start in the middle this time. Nettie, are you ready?
Yes. I put B. Prince of Persia.
Okay. Chris?
B, Prince of Persia.
Russ?
Yep, B, Prince of Persia.
Max?
Shocker to no one but B, Prince of Persia.
I mean, this one was kind of easy because that was the only Ubisoft game, but the game was called Prince of Persia Assassins, and it told the story of a female assassin tasked with protecting a prince in Jerusalem. After roughly a year of development, Ubisoft rejected the idea as it didn't focus on the prince enough. The game was reworked into the original Assassin's Creed game that we know and love. Hello to everyone in the chat. All right, question 4. In the original NBA Jam, which team, if took a last-second shot, had a special code written into the games that they would average out to be brick shots to lose the game? Was it A, the Chicago Bulls, B, the LA Lakers, or C, the Orlando Magic? All right, Russ, you ready?
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is a complete guess because I know absolutely nothing about sports.
Yeah, this one's kind of bad. Okay, A, the Bulls. Max?
I'm with Russ here. I'm just gonna completely guess. I'm going with A because that's the most I know about a basketball team is the Chicago Bulls. So going with that.
Eddie?
I was jumping between A and B. I'm thinking maybe I'll go with B.
B, the Lakers. Okay. Chris?
I feel like the Bulls were probably too popular to have A be the answer, so I went with B also.
Lakers. Okay, so NBA Jam creator Mark Turmel is such a huge Detroit Pistons fan that he rigged the game so that his Pistons would have a better shot at beating the then rival Chicago Bulls. So code was written in to increase the chances of brick shots late in the game for the Bulls. So the answer was A, Bulls. I think this is only the very original version of the game. I think I'm sure they coded it out in further revisions. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick status update. Does everyone have what their scores are? Because I didn't keep track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have 1 point.
Nettie has 1. Chris has 2. Max?
I have 3.
3.
I have 3.
Russ has 3. Okay, so Nettie, you can still, if you get it and Max and Russ don't, it will be a 3-way tie. Or everyone doesn't get it, then it'll be a 3-way tie. But everyone has a shot here. All right. Question 5, worth 2 points. A gene and protein in the human body that separates your right brain from the left and determines that you have 2 eyes is named after what video game character? Is it A, Mario, B, Zelda, or C, Sonic?
Can you repeat the question? What's cerebral left and
So,
right? Hello?
This is in real life. In real life,
Okay.
there is a gene and protein inside the human body that during development, it separates the right brain from the left and determines that you have 2 eyes and is named after a video game character. And who is that character? Is it Mario, Zelda, or Sonic? Let me know when everyone's ready.
Max is like, I just graduated. You're trying to set.
That wasn't on the test.
I like this one. I put it last for fun. You guys ready? All right, Chris, what do you think?
I kind of hope the answer is Zelda, but I'm going to go with Sonic.
C, Sonic. Nettie, what do you think?
I also went with Sonic.
C, Sonic. Max?
I'm going with Zelda.
Zelda. B, Zelda. And Russ?
I said Zelda too.
B, Zelda. So here we go. So a British postdoc named Robert Riddle drew inspiration from a Sonic the Hedgehog comic his 6-year-old daughter was reading. The gene is appropriately The gene appropriately has a spiky appearance, and so it is the Sonic Hedgehog gene. And with that, I think Chris, was that you just took over first place, and then we had a 3-way tie for second, I believe.
Yep.
That, I mean, you can't get much better than that. You guys killed it.
Those are really hard questions.
Yeah, sorry.
It's
struggling, like, because you can't do too much like a comment. Like, we all know video games, so I have to branch out a little bit so that it's not just. I mean, obviously the Assassin's Creed one, that was the one where I was like, I feel like everyone's gonna know this, and that's what all of them started as, and so I tried to get a little fun with it. Congratulations, Chris. You will win a dinner for 2 at Red Lobster.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell you how to redeem it. Next on the list is, so there's new details about E3. They have it's a digital format. There's an app. There's an online portal with like virtual experiences, and you can watch stuff. It seems like they're trying to make this very, very interactive that goes beyond the typical live stream. So I'm curious how this is gonna work. It's a 4-day broadcast, and then there's actual virtual exhibitor booths and lounges that you can hang out in, forums, and there's like gamification in the app. And I'm curious, like, it seems like they want this to be the future of E3, and so they put a lot of work into that. I assume no one has attended E3, correct of us? Okay, I just want to double check that I didn't miss that, but I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm cautiously optimistic that this is going to be something beneficial. That it's going to be something outside the box with in terms of how video game announcements, because last year when E3 was canceled, everyone just kind of did Nintendo Direct style like live streams, and that's kind of been what's happened since. And so if someone can come along and do something a little bit different, I don't know, like I'm all for it, but it's, I don't know, I don't have any like optimism. Like maybe Nintendo's gonna do something really cool. Like I'd be down to like imagine like a VR like virtual exhibit where you can walk up to the booths and stuff like that. That could be kind of cool. But if it's gonna be an app and an online portal with leaderboards and stuff, I have a feeling there's a high chance that this could get really cheesy and not used at all, or like rigged to like not be fun for most people. Because I don't know, we'll see.
I feel like it's kind of gonna be like cyberpunk-ish, where they really like hyped it up, right?
Yeah.
And then we waited for how long? Like 2 years, and then it came out and it was like bugged, and everyone was saying like it didn't meet expectations. Like that's what I'm afraid of what's gonna happen. Like I feel like that's what's gonna happen to this.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna crash day one. Like, yeah, that's probably a given at this point. And so we'll see. I don't know. It's E3. It's the ESA. They put all the like every single media person's private information on it in a Word doc online on their like open on their server. So I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess. Mario Golf Super Rush got a new trailer this week with all the new features and all the new gameplay, game modes, characters, and everything. I see chat talking about the new Mega Man release. We might get to that. But I'm really... I put this on because I'm pumped on Mario Golf. Pre-ordered day one pickup for me. So anyone else? Anyone else a Mario Golf fan?
So I've never played a Mario Golf game. This will be my first. I'm really excited to play these games because everyone tells me how great they are. So I'm picking this up day one. The latest trailer got me so pumped. Like I think this is going to be such a fun game.
For sure.
Really pumped.
I'm excited. June 25th, I believe it is. Nettie, what were you saying?
I was saying I'd love to pick this up just because it's been so long. Like they've been releasing a lot of like new things recently. Like you've been waiting for it since like GameCube days, or like Nintendo 64 days. So seeing this, like it's amazing to see. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe they might even come up with Mario Tennis again. Do you guys remember that?
There's Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch. And
yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Russ almost got me to buy it like 3 weeks ago, and Aaron, if Aaron's still in the chat, and Aaron, who's usually on the podcast, they were.
Where is Aaron?
I think he's probably playing.
Still frozen, I think.
He's still frozen from last week. He's playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. That was his excuse that he has to play that right now. But I saw him in the chat earlier. In the chat we got some love for Mario Golf. So there's like a new battle. Obviously there's like speed golf and then battle golf, which is speed golf, but it's 9 holes in an arena that you have to get any 3 holes. Like you're all playing again, like it's a free-for-all type of thing. I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for speed golf with the like kind of battle mode where you can knock people off. And so I don't know. I like golf in general. I like golf games. And in college, I used to play the Tiger Woods PS2 game that had a speed golf version, and it was just like so much fun. And so I feel like this can have a lot of lot of vibes like that. So I'm excited, especially for it being Mario Golf. Next up is the controversial Zelda and Loftwing amiibo for Skyward Sword. And so this is twofold. Obviously, the amiibo looks awesome. It's going to be, they said someone said more expensive than a normal amiibo. I don't know if that's
$25
for an amiibo. And the controversy here is that a major game mechanic, the fast travel, is locked behind the amiibo. You cannot use a part of the game without the amiibo, and so there's a lot of people very, very mad about that because they see it as a paywall to or a money grab for a feature of the game that you're buying that you have to unlock by spending more money. I mean, it's not too unlike like a DLC or something, but it's much more tangible, saying like, hey, you have to pay this $25 for this figure to add a feature to the game that's already there. You just can't use it. Any thoughts?
I got a lot of thoughts.
Russ, you were what were you saying? Then Max.
Oh, I was gonna say that it doesn't help either that it's a paywall behind an amiibo that sells out instantly.
Yeah.
So
there's gonna be
so many people.
Yeah. There's gonna be no stock on it.
Yeah.
Max, what were you saying?
The one thing I'm surprised people aren't talking about, like I've seen very few people point this out, is the price of the amiibo. It's an increased price of a regular amiibo. It's not like I brought this out to do a comparison. This is like a huge amiibo. It's off the base. There's 3 amiibos out there that are huge amiibos. There's the Detective Pikachu, there's the Guardian amiibo, and then there's this Monster Hunter amiibo right here. All these amiibos are always priced more because it's a bigger amiibo, all that stuff. The screenshots make it look like that is a normal sized amiibo because it's not going off the base right here. It looks like it's just a completely normal sized amiibo. And normally those things are $16. They're supposed to be $16. It looks like they just increased the price of this amiibo for literally no reason, which is already controversial since this game is already controversial since it's a $60 game that people feel shouldn't be $60. That's being having a feature that's being locked behind another $25. So it's pretty crazy. And if you're a Zelda fan, that's going to be a very expensive day for you because you got the amiibo, you got the game, and you got the Joy-Cons. So
yeah. Did anyone pre-order the Joy-Cons? I know there was like,
I did.
You guys did?
I was lucky to find a pre-order since it was sold out very quick.
So,
but I feel like this is stupid from Nintendo to be doing this. Like,
yeah,
it's stupid. It's stupid to us, but it's probably very smart financially for them.
Yeah.
Not that they need any more money, but I agree. It's as a consumer, I don't like it. Somebody in one of the other Discords I'm in posted a screenshot of a meme of Earthbound being released on Switch, and it says you can buy the Ness's father amiibo so you can save wherever you want. It's a little telephone.
Oh my god, they would so do that. They would so do that.
Yeah, it's not out of their wheelhouse. I mean, Nintendo is notorious for doing really weird, like strange things that are not like consumer friendly, and then having an army go to defend them, like of fans. And so official no friendo in the chat was saying that, and I haven't played this game, and so he was saying that the functionality is similar to like the ability to teleport in the game that already exists. And so I'm not sure what the actual, I know it's a new function of the game mechanic, but I don't know how much it'll benefit the gameplay necessarily. And so I've seen a bunch of different aspects on both sides of this.
The difference was with the amiibo compared to the Wii game. With the amiibo, you can do it anytime.
Oh,
anywhere. That's the new feature with the amiibo, which I want to say one more thing about this. a lot of people complain about the price of the game. This is one of those features that I feel like more people would be like, okay, maybe this is more worth the $60. Because this is a brand new feature that a lot of people are talking about. It's a great feature to have, but it's being locked behind another paywall.
Mhm.
So
I'm not even really sure the price of the Amiibo. Right now, it's an issue, but I think just the availability of the Amiibo is going to drive people insane.
Yeah,
It's already impossible
that's
to
probably
get a
going
lot
to
of
be
them.
a bigger issue. People who are willing to pay it and want to pay it, but then can't find it. I think that's going to definitely be. That's probably going to have a bigger impact, a negative impact than anything else. All right, we're done. We're done with news. We have 3 hot takes before we wrap this episode up. So, first off is, what is the best weapon you've ever used in a video game ever in your entire life? Ever. I don't know if you guys, I actually didn't even prepare for this when I posted everything, and then so I thought of something off the top of my head right when we were starting. Anyone want to volunteer to go first?
I shall go. All right. So I think I'd be very hypocritical if I don't say this weapon. Obviously, I'm called Monado Max. I have to go with the Monado. I mean, come on. You can
Appropriate.
see the future with the Monado. You can do so many different things. You can protect yourself with the Monado. You can have speed powers with the Monado. You can have jump powers with the Monado. I think it's easy to say that Monado is easily the best weapon ever.
I can see it. And who else? Who's next? I'm not going in any particular order with this question. I'll go.
Go ahead.
You're too late. I thought of, but something that it's not necessarily the best weapon, but it was pretty mind blowing when I first was using it. Was the portal gun. And so that was it just popped in my head when we were starting. I was like, oh crap, I didn't think of a weapon, but all the stuff with the portal gun, I feel like that's so much of that game is that, and so that's my vote. Oh, no, Friendos is Cappy. Cappy is the best weapon in gaming.
That's true. I didn't think about Cappy. I have a Cappy hat over there. I could have easily. I'm wearing Cappy now.
Russ, what were you gonna say?
I had 2, and the portal gun was one of them.
Oh, nice.
The other one was the conference call from Borderlands 2. It's not that it's like special. It was just a cool gun where it was a shotgun that you would fire forward, and then like a whole bunch of bullets would come in from the left and right. It was a really good weapon, and it took me like a month to actually find one.
Oh, really?
It was so hard to find, but I always thought it was a really fun gun. I never used any other gun until once I got that one.
Nice. I just got Borderlands 2 in one of my big gaming halls that I'm working on a video for. I've never played it though. I've never played a Borderlands game. We'll get into that. Nettie, do you have anything for this?
So I was initially gonna say the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts, but then as I was doing my research while you guys were talking, okay, no, seriously, I was like looking up. I was like, what other weapons are there anyway? And then I saw this list, and they said the red shell in Mario Kart, and I'm like, yes, that is the one, the red shell.
Specifically, the red shell. Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I guess the blue shell too.
Yeah.
But then I would say the red shell has like, I don't know. I feel like you get the red shell faster than you do the blue shell. So I would say, yeah, the red shell.
And you can use it if having a red shell in first place is like the ultimate weapon, because you can shoot it back.
Yeah,
you can shoot the red shells backwards, right? I haven't played a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I just realized. Yeah, you just hold on to it and wait till someone gets close and fire it backwards. No, that's a great one. Chris, what about you?
I'm going to go with a little more traditional weapon and say the Masamune from Chrono Trigger. I just like the story build up, and then Frog eventually uses it to basically slice a mountain in half. So, I mean, that sounds pretty powerful to me.
Yeah, it's pretty intense right there. I've never played Chrono Trigger. This is going to be the podcast of classic or amazing games that I have never played. That's going to be the new format for this. Actually, that's coming up later. Okay. What games have you played through more than once? I am going to start with you, Russ.
I have 3, and they all begin with a B.
So I know.
BioShock, Borderlands 2, and Bayonetta.
That-
I have played 900 times.
Nice. I've never played any of those games.
That makes me sad.
I know. I brought it up in the Discord, and you were very sad. And so I actually have all of them now. So now I have no excuse.
No,
So
not at all.
I will do that for you, Russ, because I need to play a bunch of these games. Max, what about you?
Somehow this game gets brought up every single episode. This isn't intentional, but
Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Where's your mask? You should have pulled out the mask.
Yeah. This game I've played it like 3 times on the PlayStation 2. I played it twice on the Xbox 360, and I've played it like 5 times on the Wii. This game is always so fun to replay, and I'll probably replay it again sometime this year.
Nice.
So that's what
nice. I did not expect Spider-Man Web of Shadows to make it into this episode, so I am very, very pleasantly surprised. Nettie, what about you?
I actually have 3. On my own, I play Mega Man X a lot. I don't know. I played it literally like on my mobile phone. I played it on the Super Nintendo, and then I would play it like I have this little retro mini thing that I've been playing it on, and I'm just like, I just love the game. I just love Mega Man altogether.
Nice.
But I don't know, for some odd reason, I always get invited to these multiplayer games that my friends like they would stream, and they're looking for a partner. So I played Cuphead a few times, and then I played Overcooked 2 a few times. And I think I've beaten like both games. I think a total of like maybe 8 times altogether, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But
That's
I'm trying
awesome.
to speedrun Cuphead now. So I guess there's a reason for me to say that I've beat the game multiple times since I'm trying to speedrun it.
Yeah.
It's taking a lot of time though.
No, that's awesome. Cuphead's one of those games that I tried, and it was so hard. I was like, I don't have the patience for something like this. That's awesome. You had a long list. Chris, what about you?
I have a million games. I'm just gonna rattle them all off.
Go for it.
Punch Out, Contra, DuckTales, Mega Man 2 through 4, Mario 1 through 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES, Super Mario
one?
World. Oh yeah.
Oh, isn't that the one that like I can't beat the second level on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time as a kid, apparently. Turtles in Time, Katamari Damacy, and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Oh, yeah, that just reminded me. Nice, dude. You were prepared for that. I'm the Debbie Downer of this one. I haven't beat a game more than a couple times, probably since the mid '90s. I think I played through like Twisted Metal 2 a bunch of times through the story mode, but I did beat Beautiful Katamari on the Xbox 360 at least 5 or 6 times because it was one of the few games I had when I was playing music for a living on the tour bus. We had a 360 with Beautiful Katamari, and it was FIFA and Beautiful Katamari, and those were the games that were on there. And so I would just and Skate 2, and so we just play those games over and over and over again. And so I played through Beautiful Katamari a bunch of times, but that just reminded me. I haven't beat the reroll on Switch, and it always taunts me. I should stream that. That would be fun.
Yeah, it's not a really long game.
Yeah,
so it's doable in maybe 2 sessions, maybe 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I've probably put like 2 hours into it, but I always miss that game when I don't think about it. Okay, the last topic of the evening. We are flying through this episode, so congratulations. We're like on our good pace right now. What highly acclaimed game do you just not enjoy? This is a tough one. And so don't feel obligated, especially if it's going to get you lynched by a fan base. But the yeah, anyone have any like highly acclaimed games that they don't like?
How about you go first, Ty?
Me? So I had a cop out answer for this one. I was gonna so I was looking through the highest ranked Metacritic games, and this has kind of been the story of this episode. Probably 2/3 of the top 50 ranked Metacritic games I have not played. The ones that I had played, I liked a lot. And I think what I do is I avoid games that I think I'm not going to like. And then usually I end up liking them once I play them. And so I couldn't find, and I kept going and going, and I couldn't find any game that I had both played and did not enjoy in the top. And so my cop out was that I just need to play more highly acclaimed games and figure out if I'm really just avoiding them because I think I'm not going to like them or another reason. So I'm sorry that was a cop out, but I don't think so. Maybe someone will bring something up and I'll be like, oh yeah, that one too. Like, but I don't know. I didn't have a good answer for this one. So, Chris, did you have something?
Yeah, mine's Spider-Man Web of Shadows. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
For real though, the only one that I can think of recently is Hollow Knight. I mean, I really like the atmosphere and the mechanics of the platforming and the attacks are really good. I just, for some reason, just couldn't get into it. And I probably put 8 hours or more into it. I couldn't get involved with it.
There's something like that. There's some 2D platformer that I have played that I did not like that was supposed to be really good, and I cannot think of it. It's not Ori.
Cuphead?
Yeah, I don't like Cuphead. It's too hard for me. There we go. That's my answer. Nettie, what about you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people really love this game. And I mean, it was so popular last year, but I would say Among Us. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like after 2 rounds of Among Us, I'm like done. You know, like I could only lie for so much. Maybe because I'm just a bad liar. Like, I don't know. But whenever I get invited to a game of Among Us, I just like let out this big sigh, and I know a whole bunch of people love it and they can play it hours on end with a group of people, but with me, I just like, I don't know. I just can't get into it. It's just like you just run around and then you just like stab people and then you go into this little room, you try to figure out who's lying. I'm just like, okay, I'm not for the drama, guys. Drama is not my forte.
I actually agree with that. It has its novelty, and if you're in like it's a very social game, but that it relies heavily on outside sources for it to have that. And also I think that's why it works so well as a streaming game, is because of that aspect. But as a game in and of itself, it's meh. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It ran its course with me too. Max, what about you?
All right, so I told you before we started, mine's going to be 50-50. A lot of people like this game. A lot of people hate this game. I'm one of those that obviously really hate it. I have Last of Us Part 2. This comes from a fan that really loves the first game, but I felt like the second game, like, I'm not mad because of that thing happening in the game. I'm not spoiling. I'm just pointing that out for those that have played it. If you look into this game, you look into its story, there is so many unrealistic things happening that makes no sense that I'm surprised not a lot of people point out in the sequel. There's so many out of character moments throughout every character in the story. This game is like a dumpster fire, in my opinion. It's like, it is probably my least favorite game I've ever played, if I'm being honest.
It's definitely divisive for sure. I've seen people either are very, very passionate about it or are very like turned off by it and don't enjoy it at all. And I heard it's like it's emotionally taxing to play the game itself too.
I think the game is fun, but if you're a story person, if you're somebody that cares about these characters and cares about the story heavily, don't touch this game. Forget about this game existing. Just play the first game. Don't even think about the second game. It doesn't exist. That's my best advice because it's so bad when it comes to the story.
The new what HBO series coming out? It's based on the first.
That should be exciting for the first season until they go to the second game.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do.
They might recon a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Russ, what about you?
So I think a lot of people really like this game, and I feel like the minority. And during the pre-show, Max asked about something in my background. My game is Death Stranding.
Oh,
that's another one. I knew when you said we'll get into that. I knew that this was the game you were talking about.
That hurts so much. That's my 5th favorite game of all time.
When it got announced, I was really excited for it. I even pre-ordered the one with the baby, where you actually get like the light up baby.
Where's the baby?
In my closet.
Oh.
Freaked him out too much.
But I got like 6 hours in, and I felt like I did nothing. And then it was just frustrating me because when you're walking, if you have too much stuff, you'll like wobble back and forth, and then you'll just drop everything if you don't press the buttons right. It just felt like a really frustrating game of just walking, and I just
I've heard it's like a literal walking simulator.
I mean, I gave it a fair shot with like 6 hours in like 3 different play sessions, but I just
that's another game that's very divisive. I remember listening to a podcast where they were trying to review it, and they were saying that like there's so much of nothing in the game, but then when things connect, it's like some of the highest points of any game you've ever played. But they're so few and far between that it's hard to like. You have to trudge through so much to get to those points, and so it's like lots of high peaks and low valleys, and like, which is always a struggle when you're trying to keep attention going and everything with the video game. And so I'm curious if there's all the rumors that Kojima is doing some Xbox title that may or may not be announced at E3 this year, and we'll see what comes of that. But got the Indy 500 outside my window right now. That's it. We're good. Any there was a lot of people talking about that Mega Man. There's 2 limited run things I saw pop in today. It's the Mega Man Genesis reprint that's coming out, and then what was the other one that I saw? Max, did you drop it in?
It was not me.
Not you? Where did I see that? I saw it maybe in general. Where was it? Oh, I don't know what it was. There was another limited run something or other happening. Or maybe I saw the same thing twice. But I don't know. I get excited when new Double Dragon. Yeah, I posted a story of Instagram story about it. Not about it, but related. Is that that's not a reprint too, or is it?
It's a PS. Well, there's 2. There's the Double Dragon 4, which was released on I think PS4 was the first one, and then Double Dragon Neon was a digital only game for PS3.
Yeah, are they coming out to like on PS4,
Switch
type of thing?
Okay. I think only Switch for Neon, as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Let me look. Yeah, it looks like just Switch.
Makes sense. So yeah, we didn't touch on that, but those are some new things that got announced today. All right, we're gonna do a quick roundabout with everyone and then sign off. we'll go backwards. Chris at Toaster Dog on Instagram. There's links in the description to everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, Chris at Toaster Dog, you're on Instagram. What else are you on right now?
Twitter and Twitch. I have a Twitch account, but I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm hoping to get that going again here shortly.
Be sure to follow everyone. We're doing this every Thursday, and everyone is awesome and deserves your follow. Nettie at Nettie Dorco. Your Twitch is linked in the description. You said it. What's your current schedule right now?
My schedule right now is Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday and Fridays I play just like really short games, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Valorant, whatever I feel. And then on Saturdays are usually my platformer indie days where I do just like a whole bunch of multiplayer games. I think I'm actually changing my schedule on Wednesday and Friday because a lot of people said that I stream a little bit too late for them. So I changed it to 2 hours earlier.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. Yeah, and then you're on Twitter and Instagram also.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, so be sure to give Nettie a follow. Max, Monado Max, you do YouTube videos, mostly Nintendo focused, very regularly. You're always dropping new videos out, and you're also on Twitter. What's your newest or next video coming?
So tomorrow I'm gonna have a vlog out of me picking up Utopia and doing an unboxing.
Nice.
And I will be streaming it that night. And then next week we're gonna be going into probably a lot of E3 prediction videos for a lot of the companies. So that's what'll be happening. I promise next week, guys, I will try not to bring up Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Dude, I hope you do. I hope we find a way. The Web of Shadows always finds a way. And now I just want to play it more than anything else.
You got to. It's such a good game. Like, I'm not even exaggerating.
Do you stream on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So your YouTube's linked in the description. So give Max a follow. And then Russ at Cryosneasel, you stream on Twitch mostly Mondays and Tuesdays. Is what you said earlier. Mm-hmm. You're also on Instagram and Twitter. When's your next Resident Evil stream?
Might be Saturday.
Nice. I will be there. I need to figure out. I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow night. And then I'll watch your Saturday night stream. I need to finish Katana Zero. So tomorrow night I'm gonna. I might not finish it, but I'll stream tomorrow night some Katana Zero. Thank you guys for being here. It was awesome. It was fun. Have a good Thursday night. And if you're listening or watching, see you next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be here again. Good night. Adios. Where's my outro? Bye.